极简汉语极简汉语极简汉语
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Minimal Chinese. I'm Mac. So glad to meet you guys here. This is the first video I made for this channel. If you are the one who is considering to learn Chinese from halfway or even zero, but have no idea where to begin studying, I think you are in the right place now. Hope you can give me a few minutes to introduce myself and this channel briefly. You can call me Mac. This is the second time I present myself. And there will be the third time because the most important thing I usually say it 3 times. I am not a professional Chinese teacher, but I'm a native Chinese speaker full of passion for teaching. I started to be taught Chinese by my grandpa since I was 3 years old. When I was 5, I had already been able to read newspapers. After attending primary school, I began to wonder why my classmates have to learn those Chinese characters. I had known them a long time ago. Sadly, studying English isn't that smooth as learning Chinese, to me. Like many others around me at that time, Chinese students always have to get through a period of struggling time with English, and I think some of you may also meet the same tough period when you try to learn Chinese. Right. I started getting more and more curious about why it's such a difficult thing that Chinese learn English or a foreigner learn Chinese, so I decided to try to find some regularity out to help others as much as I can. Many years passed by. Of course, I got some good results. However, the more exciting thing is, I gradually enjoy the whole journey of exploration. It becomes one of my interests little by little. I start to teach Chinese by using a set of experiences summarized by myself. The amazing part is, my students, they love to learn from me and think it truly works, although my English is still not that excellent enough, in my opinion. Some of them even suggested that I should open a YouTube channel to share it with more people. To be honest, I don't have too much confidence to record and upload it here. However, after thinking in another way, my mind tells me, maybe I should try it. Since even if only one of you can get some benefits from my contents, I know that I would feel more than happy as well. So this is Mac. Sorry for not showing up in the video and temporarily using the software's voice. I know it's kinda impolite, but I really don't quite like push myself into the front of a camera. Hope you could forgive me about this. Let's keep it a bit of secret, okay? Thanks for your understanding. Besides, for those who merely would like to accept prose classes, it's free to leave now. The rest who wanna stay, let's enjoy learning Chinese together. Okay, done with my introduction, let's talk about the exact differences between Chinese and English. First of all, we should understand, Chinese is logogram, while English is phonogram. This is the fundamental reason why we shouldn't learn it as the exact same way as English. Most of the time, we actually could roughly infer the meaning from an existing Chinese character by observing its shape. That is what we couldn't do it while learning English. Words compatibility is a concept I considered, which means when we use two single characters to express a new meaning, the degree of compatibility is good or not. Chinese is performing excellent at this point. That is the reason why the total amount of Chinese words is far less than English, and writing Chinese could save more paper. You will understand it much more clearly as long as you keep learning with me. Moreover, as you can see, compared with English, Chinese has other advantages. I won't explain more here. Since we had already known the features of Chinese, why shouldn't we learn it according to these features? So what is the key points of learning Chinese? I made a list for you. 1. Pinyin and tone. 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 That's 3 times. Do you know how important the tone is? It's just like those lanes on a highway. They are distinct signs to help us to identify 2 different words. Don't worry, I will teach you a method to reinforce learning in the early stage. 2. Context, language environment. Probably you don't know it yet. One character has an exact same pronunciation but different meaning, which is extremely common in a Chinese compound word. Considering and judging the correct definition by the context, language environment, which is the key point that will help us avoiding confused. 3. Be patient and learn it by stages. Inescapably, we have to mechanically repeat to remember some basic knowledge, no matter what language we gonna learn. Don't be afraid, I'm going to make some videos which are only simple words cycling. You could listen to it while you wanna sleep, enhance the word memories in the subconscious circumstance. However, the thing we could control is, after finishing the early stage, we must figure out a method to make our work much more effective. I will show you in future videos. Always remember, don't learn it in boring and dull ways, when we are able to regard and study Chinese in another funny perspective. 4. Be prepared to upgrade impression of new knowledge at any time. Being proficient in any language is a long and continuous process, no exception for learning Chinese as well. My suggestion is, when you studied a new character, word, sentence, structure, figure out its core meaning, usage. I'd like to call it impression of core meaning shape. Tell yourself being prepared to edit, supply and upgrade this impression at any time, making the entire shape more complete. When you meet an unknown Chinese word, don't be afraid, observing it first, then consider its meaning carefully. 5. Be nimble. Be nimble. Be nimble. Never be too rigid. Be nimble. I always believe, so-called language, which is just a tool that established in a foundation of standard level, but ever-changing, then pleasantly achieves communication goals without any restraints. We shouldn't be restricted by grammar and those old, traditional concepts. After grasping the core standard of Chinese, why don't we use it as marvelously as we can? Right. The channel's name is modified and eventually called Minimal Chinese by myself and one of my talented student. Minimal is originated from minimalist, a kind of lifestyle. It's pretty close to my teaching concept, learning from the most fundamental part, and getting rid of everything unnecessary at first, mastering Chinese step by step. You will understand the entire meaning as long as you keep watching my videos. Each of my videos won't be recorded for a too long time. I will set it up around or less than 10 minutes, which will make you could watch it everywhere and every time. Subscribe my channel. Any questions, suggestions, leave a comment below, please. I will reply as quickly as I can. Thank you so much for watching.